Hey everybody, Pastor Bill here. And this is fixing things. Man, I've been slow on putting out some of these videos, but today I got a good one for you. Uh, we're going to install a mini split system on my that back bedroom, that restoration we're doing. Right now, the only heat that we've been doing in there is those little electric things you plug in. And so today we're going to install a mini split system. I got it right behind me. It just came in. I was going to go do a different video today, but since this came in, man, I changed my mind. I'm going to do this. I'm all pumped up for it. We're going to get it done. Uh, so that being said, what did you buy, Pastor Bill? Well, Pastor Bill bought the cheapest eBay mini split. Now I'll probably get all kinds of people saying, you should have bought this, you should have bought that. Why didn't you buy this one? Those ain't no good. Listen, I've looked at all the reviews online and checked the prices out and the performance and everything else. And uh, there's people on there that's had this very same system running for 2 to 3 years and never had a problem with it. For the price, it's worth it, because just getting someone else to come out and fix out some of those high dollar ones I could buy another one of these systems and install it or fix it and have it put in. Now I got the vacuum pumps and hoses and all that stuff. I worked for an HVAC company for almost 15 years. So uh, uh, I can do this. I can do this. I did the AC system in my house here. So let's get with it. I gotta find my stuff. Hopefully it's not in the shed with the black widow spiders. The nuts are falling off the trees. The squirrels are going crazy. So we don't get hit in the head. Oh yeah, I got this thing. I got this thing. Now this thing here, man, this thing is ultra light. And it's made by Confort. It's made in Mexico. This is not made in China, it's made in Mexico. And it's got a really high rating. They have a different standard than what we use here, but it's comparable. And this thing is only supposed to draw like 7.2 amps. I didn't get the smallest one. I got the next to the smallest one. And it's like a 12,000 BTU. So that I only need probably 5,000 BTU to do this room. So I figured 12,000 BTU, I'll have a little bit of headroom to go. It's got the R410A Freon in it. It seems like it's packaged really good. Let's see what the label here, the old label says. I put my old man glasses on. Mini split. It's all written in Spanish, except for the word mini split. It says Hancho. 12,000 BTU, 115 volts, single phase, 60 hertz. All right, the one I was looking at was only 7 point something amps. This one is 9.26 amps. I can plug this into the circuit that's in this room, and my wife can still do whatever she wants on that same circuit and not have a problem. Well, what's there to lose? Let's do this thing. So I'm going to install this thing right over here. I'm going to take my tripod that I had my iPhone on. So here's the little Frigidaire AC unit that cools this thing down. I mean, it's just a little dinky thing. Just plugs in with a little thing on the wall, and it's been sitting in that window for ever since I can remember. It's been sitting in that window, and so I know it's wrong, but I'm going to install this thing right under the window, right under the window. And I know all you guys are supposed to say, "Oh, it's supposed to be mounted 6 inches." I know I've installed many splits. Okay, I've installed many splits, but I've seen a couple videos where they put these things in RVs and they put them down low, and they said they're getting run out, so they're in campsites and stuff like that. And this puts out less. I mean, it has draws less power and puts out a higher volume than the rooftop units that they have on the RVs. And so they mounted these like on the front of the RV, over top of the tongue, and they put them kind of midway on the RV, and they can just plug it into the RV's thing, and it only draws 9 amps. 9 amps. Only draws 9 amps. And the one that I seen, it was the smaller version, the 9,000 BTU. And so, and he says it was running them out. So I'm going to mount it under the window. If it's wrong, I will move it and put it higher somewhere else. The reason why I'm putting it under window is because it only comes with a 10-foot line set. So I wanted to put it up over top of the thing, but the line, it's over 10 feet to get it down over into the. I still might have room over here, but it's encapsulated into in corner, and I'm not going to get good air travel. And it's good to have good air. I mean, you want good air circulation. So this little AC cools the entire room down. Plus, it'll be close to the bathroom, and they get circulation in that bathroom. So if it's wrong, it's mine. Let's get started on it. Now this is where most of the weight is, right here. But it ain't too bad. This is the compressor unit, and it's going to go around on the back side next to the other AC unit. We'll keep all the noise out there. This is the part that makes the noise. And from what I heard, this unit here hardly makes any noise either. Watch out, puppies. Don't let me walk on you. Wow, that's a massive spider web. Whoa. That thing goes like this all the way. That thing's like 15 feet. Oh, she's stout. Don't want to get caught, and that's one of them like gargantuan spiders probably. Definitely don't want to get caught in that spider web. All right, I see I got a tree growing up here. I'm gonna have to prune that back, plus it's gonna eat up my foundation. Whew. All right, here's where the outside of the unit is. You can see the AC. That's only a 2-ton. It does my whole house. My house is well insulated. Underneath the siding, there's the old siding, and there's 1-inch styrofoam between that and this. So we got siding, styrofoam, and siding, plus the house insulation. And I even got underneath the metal roof, there's insulation there too, and a airtight waterproof barrier. You better watch out, dog. You're gonna get shocked. You hear your collar beeping. they're only allowed to go so far. They like to chase things. All right, let's go inside and unpack that thing. I seen one of my daughter's cats spying on me. All right, I think we need to unpack this thing. Do I even got something to open it up with? I don't got my knife on me or nothing. Let's see what we got. Oh, I got some good tools to talk to you. Clients. Did you hear that? They talk to you. Now, I'm supposing that if there is instructions, it's probably in Spanish. I do see something back here. Yeah. 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 All right. Trash box. So it's got a remote, some brand new batteries, super long life. That's been long life. I guess that's Spanish. Yeah, yep, everything is in Spanish. Manual de usual. There you go. So here's the line sets in a drain tube, and these will come out the wall. We'll drill a hole. It's going to be on this side. The power cord, it just simply plugs in. Plugs right into the wall. So we're going to get that, and it just happens to be on the right side where the plug is. Imagine that. They're proud of their system. They put this, it's on the other side. It's on all the boxes and everything else. And as you can see, it's Spanish. But what they're saying is it's very efficient. Yep. Oh, this is a sticker too. We can put stickers on it. All right, so the way I already like these guys. Spanish, English. All right, installation. All right. Okay, all this is in centimeters. At least 15 centimeters from the roof, at least 15 centimeters from the walls, and doesn't say nothing about the bottom. So we're going to be at least 15 centimeters, if not more. So they're just showing minimum space. So you can't be smaller than 15 centimeters. And if I'm not mistaken, that's most units are no closer than 6 inches from the. So does not say you can't have it further than away that. All right. All right, it's telling you to, when you drill your hole, drill it downward so the water don't come back into the building. Somebody's here. Let me go check this out. All right, examining this thing closely, it's got a little latch right here. You stick your screwdriver in there. You can take the cover off too. You're going to have to take the cover off anyways to get the wires hooked up to it. Somehow. There we go. Got to push it in a little further. It's got a screw right here. El Filippo. I guess a guy named Phillips must have designed the Phillips screwdriver. But he didn't design it with DeWalt in mind. So that screw is only there for shipping. So that goes up on the wall just like this. And I need to check, make sure if this thing needs to be slightly tilted for water drainage or not. But this is going to mount up under the wall. I'm going to take this measurement over to here, from here to here, and make sure I have enough space under my trim onto my window, because I don't want to install this thing 2 or 3 times, if you know what I mean. Let's install this bracket. Alright, so the unit is 31 inches wide. Let's find center in the window. .41. That makes 20 and a half-ish. Is the center. To double check your math, you can just go back on the other side and you should have the same measurements. 20 and a half. Alright, so it's 31 inches. That makes 15 and a half. So 15 and a half, that's the edge. So that means my electrical outlet is definitely on the outside of the unit. That's a good thing. Let me turn this thing off. Like this. Making a lot of noise in my microphone, I'm sure. Okay. So I got my 1.5 inch marks. I got my level. This is plywood. It should hold it up. And it should go slightly downhill. That's level. I'm going to do a half a bubble. Whoops. Half. Let's do quarter bubble. We're going to take the measurement down over to where the line set is, take a measurement off of the inside unit, and we'll calculate that, and we'll get the hole saw and we'll drill a hole very lightly because we don't want to hit any electric wires. Don't want to hit any electric wires. All right, so this is a piece of 3-inch. 2-inch was going to be too small. 3 inches is a little big. I like to keep it tight, but the 3-inch goes over it just fine. And we'll fill this with spray foam insulation once we get it all installed. And I got the hole saw that fits over the pipe. So let's get drilling. Uh-oh. This battery that's loose. All right. Let me go ahead and cut this AC off. Should put a fan out in the living room or in the kitchen. So this is going to go right here-ish. And we're in the danger of possibly hitting electric wires. So what we're going to do is just penetrate the plywood first, poke our eyeball around in there and see. So we're going to come just above our line and put the thing on there. If we see sparks, then we know we went too far. Okay, got some styrofoam insulation right there. By sending an electrical shock through my arm. And there it is, the electric wire. All right, let's bring you down here. Well, you probably can see it. I'll just scoot you around. So right here is the electrical wire, and it's safe and secure out of the way. All right, plan B. I don't think I need the extension. I test fitted it, and it goes all the way to the outside wall. So we're going to go slightly lower. We're away from the electric line. All right, we're out here outside, and there's our hole. You can see we're right close to the, here, let me change your angle. What the heck's wrong with you guys? Open your eyes. Here's my hole. That's the only other hole. So we'll put the bit right there-ish. I didn't let this thing go. All right, I don't see no, that's the siding that comes with this. It's called Spec 5 siding. That's what they call that. Maybe I got a fresh battery on my Sawzall. I am just so trifling. Whew, that's hot. Just when I was getting ready to go get the other drill, it pops out. Cool air's coming out. All right, let's go back inside. I forgot I got to bring you with me. I can't just leave you out here. All right. What's going on? Okay. Oh, ooh, that drill's warm. So you can clearly see I was rubbing on the wire, but we didn't break the insulation. She's tight. And that'll be how that thing goes. We are hanging through. Approximately about 1.5 inches outside. So we're gonna fill that space up with styrofoam insulation and mount this unit on the wall. Get this thing out of here because it's no longer going to be in use. We're going to have a new AC unit. Not only is this an AC unit, it's a heat pump. It's a mini split heat pump. All right, let me go find I got a couple cans of insulation around here somewhere. Let's get that done. All right, this is foam insulation sealant, but it's for pond and stone. It's supposed to be antibacterial stuff. I got it from my pond when I did my stuff, so I don't hear nothing shaking. It may be old. Try this stuff. Oh no, it's no good. It's like one big chunk of block of stuff in there. So I guess we'll do the silicone method. Did I pop that hole in it? No. All right, let's caulking this thing. Oh man, it's leaking all over. I gotta undo the pressure. I don't want to get that on my hands. I hate silicone on my hands. Kleins. Did you hear that? One thing I don't like about this is you gotta figure out how it opens. It's like they don't want just like super. What? Okay. They got this joker taped up, man. All right, let's see what Santa's brought us. Hi. What? There's a reason why I don't use this one. Got to be an engineer to open it and closing it. All right, get that out of the way. Got a yellow label thing here. Oh, another sticker. It's efficiency. Alright, so here's one of the line sets and the electric wire. Put that right there. I gotta find some kind of pad to put here. The electric wires. One's the inside, one's the outside. I'm supposing the outside one is the one with all the shrink tubage on it. Extra drainage. Oh no, this is the other line set. Oh, that looks more than 10 feet. Man, I could have probably ran at a different spot. Extra drain hose. And let's see here. Oh, oh, there's the installation kit for making it dry. What a drag it is getting old. This is that battery that doesn't like to work. Maybe we'll just pull it up. Ooh, she got some roots on her. Oh, whoa, almost fell. Let me go drag this over to the woods. All right, so right here somewhere is where we're gonna set the unit. I'll show you what I got. This is a ABS plastic-ish. It's the bottom to a shelf. And so we're gonna level up a little pad right here-ish. Keep it away from the wall like the instructions say. And that's what we're gonna do, all right? So let's do that. Level up the pad. To use my wheelbarrow, I guess I gotta. Why are you so crooked? And don't be looking at me that way. There. Put your head on straight. I gotta throw this away. I got my toolbox box. The box from my toolbox is in the back of the Nissan. So I think we'll just throw that stuff in there, and next time I go to work, I'll take the Nissan and dump it in a dumpster. All the trash that, well, there was a lot more than that. Trash that came out of the room when we were demoing all the stuff out of it. That room is really starting to look good. I almost scratched the truck up. Man, I was looking for a little piece of plywood the other day. That's the box my toolbox came in. The box for my box. Looking for some sheetrock the other day too. Don't want my... Last time I put the microphone over water, it fell into a pail of antifreeze on the Mihal truck, which very soon we're jumping back on. I see it in the light. It's getting ready to... Oh, that thing stinks. Let's go just dump this junk out. We'll dump it out right here next to where Carol's car parks. I don't see nothing. But now we can go put some gravel in here. I don't see nothing dead. What I don't want to do is overdo it. I'm out of ibuprofen. And it doesn't take much. Already my knees and everything else, I can feel the swelling and they don't like to bend. Like I said, I've told you guys many times before, I'm ate up with arthritis and stuff. Oh, it's heavy. Ah. Whoa. That was a lot of work. All right, I found these 2 blocks. They used to be part of some stepping stones that was around here. My daughter had them out there when her ex-boyfriend was here, and he shouldn't be taking my blocks. He's ex-boyfriend. If any of you handsome young guys that got jobs and needs a nice girlfriend, text down below or on the side, wherever it's at on your computer. All right, so this is a little different than most little line sets. Most little line sets get the power from the outside unit. That's why I ran the power wire in the ground over there. I'm just gonna leave it there. It's not gonna hurt nothing. It's not hooked to anything. But this is where the electrical connection is. So it's got one little screw holds it, that little box. Don't want to lose your sheet metal screw. And here's where the electrical connections are. Okay, on the back of the cover, there's a color code thing. So the magical mystery. Next color is gray, white, then black. You don't want tension on the wires. Not goodish. Definitely got to put a screw in that thing. Okay, let's go inside. All right, let's take this little piece off. That way the wire can come through. And all right, here's our electrical connection. The unit's upside down right now. So I'm supposing we got to fish the wires through the back. I don't know what we missed. The batteries went dead in the unit. I should have swapped them out when I went to lunch. Anyways, here's the wires. They got to be fished through here and come out right here-ish. So that's what we'll do. Right through here-ish. All right, so it's got corresponding numbers on here too, right here. And then it's got these blue things on it. And the green wire, number 3, also, you gotta take the screw completely out like we did outside. So, all right, got them all in there, except for the ground one. That's the hardest one. All right, let's give this a try. Got to feed the black wire out at the same time. I don't. Famous last words about having. Nice if I didn't have to get down on my knees. Where's my buddy T when I need him? All right. Not perfect. Come on, baby. All right, so here's the line set coming out. Here's the drain hose, insulation to cover it up. I think it's got some tape, the electric wires. And we'll get all this going nice and neat and make a nice super duper loop-de-loop right there. And they said anything over 8 feet, they should have a oil trap on it. So we will put a oil stoppage on there right there. And we'll hook the lines up. I got my yellow jacket, my Robinair gauge, my vacuum pump, and let's get this thing hooked up. I gotta find me some Teflon sealer. So let me go find some of that. All right, we're outside here. First thing we gotta do is bend these lines downwardage without kinking them. This is the drain. Okay. Now, they got those on there pretty good. Now there should be some air pressure or vacuum or nitrogen or something in this unit, but it's not Freon. Because that's how they checked them. Oh yeah. That means the unit inside is good. Okay, one of the things you want to do is you want to inspect the flare end. Make sure that the flare end is in good shape, and we're going to put that sealer on it. Make sure we get plenty of sealer on it. So Freon the molecule is very small. Doesn't take hardly anything for it to leak. Take a little Windex or something after we're done and we'll spray on it. But you want to support this line because that's just soldered in place. Again, we're going to check the flare end on there. Make sure it ain't got no burrs. Looks nice and clean. Put a little bit on the inside. And the thing is, you want this thing to be squared up on there as best as possible. Once it's tight, you can move it around. We want to make sure we get all these lines on there nice and straight and looking good, out of the way of the weed eater.
Again, we want to inspect it. Looks good. I hear some kind of strange dog out there. I gotta go check. I don't want my little girls getting... All right, one thing you want to do is support the valve. So these are little valves. So underneath, there's two caps here. There's two, just like a water faucet, valves. It takes an Allen wrench. And we'll, after we vacuum these lines out, and making sure they're not going to have any leaks, oh, man. Whew. Got to get it on just right or it won't catch. All right, now we'll vacuum these lines out. Ugh. Hey everybody, it's been a week later, and I had to stop on this project. Not because of stuff, but because of stuff. But I'm back and working on it again. It's a week later, and I didn't run into any issues except for I didn't have a special adapter for my vacuum pump to hook in the thing. So I didn't know it. I'm not a professional HVAC guy. I have installed heat pumps and stuff like that, mini splits in the past, and I would do part of it and the other guys would do a different part of it, and I didn't do the vacuum pulling on these things. Usually the other guys did, and so you learn by experience, I guess. So when I went to go hook it up last week, I didn't have it, so I ordered this little piece here. And this changes it over from 1/4 inch to, well, I think 5/16. And I haven't even opened it yet. Comes probably straight from China. I also went ahead and ordered me a one of these things here so I can run my vacuum gauge at the same time. And so we're going to pull a vacuum on this thing. It's already done. The unit is already done. We got all our line sets on. We got the power cord run. Once I get it running, we'll check for leaks. Once we pull a vacuum, see if it holds the vacuum, then we'll release the Kraken, the Freon, into the lines. Because we want to make sure this thing is leak-free before we do that. So it's been sitting a week. Today's a good day. It's a dry day, not much moisture in the air. It's a good day to do that. So let's get with it. All right, let me get myself down here on the ground. This is my old painting thingamajiggy. And I keep my HVAC junk in here. And I do got good quality stuff. Yellow Jacket, Robinair. I believe if you're going to do something, get some good stuff. Just like if you're an electrician, you better use Klein's tools. You're going to get laughed off the job. All right, I went over this last week, but these are the Freon valves. We sealed these up last week. And we hooked them up top here. Got those coming out the wall. And so this is the port on which we hook our vacuum and test it. So should be a Schrader valve in there. Let's get my pump down here. It's got fresh oil in it. So first things first, let's hook up our adapter. So on this side there is no Schrader valve. So this side has to stay connected. This side is the first one we'll take off when the system checks out. Again, this here also has no Schrader valves in it. So you don't disconnect this part when you go to release everything. So once we pull the vacuum, we disconnect it from this here. It's my micron meter. Now, I know people are going to be saying, wow, that's a pretty cheap set of vacuum pump you got there. Well, I don't do this every day, only every now and then. And it worked good on my system. This may not work. All right, let's plug in the vacuum pump. Now this is not actually hooked to the unit. This is just drawing the coils inside and the lines. Let's turn this thing on. It's doing a calibration check. immediately to start pulling a vacuum on microns. I haven't used this thing in 2 years. Battery's still full charge on it. So we see it drawn down. I don't know if you can see that or not. But she's drawn down. All right, we're gonna let that pump. I'm gonna go inside and do some other stuff while that's pumping. I won't let you run. Oh, wasn't even. All right, so now we're pulling down, sucking pretty hard. We're under 500 microns. This is 475 right now. So now she's pulling hard. Okay, I had it down to 320 or so, 350. It was bumping, and now the pump's getting hot and it's coming back up to 400, 415. And it's been running for a long time. I'm pretty sure we got all the moisture out of the lines. My little pump is not commercial. So what we want to do is release this one, because this has got the check valve. This has got the little Schrader valve in it. That's going to hold the vacuum in the line. We need to go quick. So the vacuum is still in here. Let me shut the pump off. The vacuum is still in here, but it's not into my line set. I mean my testing equipment now. So we'll put the cover back on this one. And someone said you let the big one loose first. I'm not sure why, but that's what we'll do. We'll let the big one loose first. Probably so you don't blow the oil up into the line, maybe. So let's open up the covers. That cover on this side. Stuff's falling out of the trees. Squirrels are getting mad. And this should be the size. I guess it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. I hear it shooting up in there. And you're supposed to open it till it seats itself. Now we'll open the other one. And right now, if we plugged it in, it should work. Even though I'm still opening the valve. That's it. Then we put the little covers back on. Hey, little frog. It's got a little hook on the bottom. And I guess there's some screws in here. I mean, so far it's been other than not having the right tool, and then when you get the tool, it works good. All right, I think it's time to go inside and test it out. What do you think? You let me know down in the comments if I did something wrong. I'm sure I did. Okay, we're inside now. And it's already becoming a place to set stuff up on. The window unit is still running. The Freon is charged in the system. We released the Kraken. Something tells me we threw away the batteries. Let me see if I can't find the batteries for the remote. Okay, I got the batteries in the remote, and the remote is in Celsius. Alright, so let's see. I have no idea how this thing works. Clean. It's even good. I don't know how it cleans itself. Display. Nothing. I think this display on this thing. Let's go ahead and give this thing a try. Let's turn this one off. Let's unplug that junker. I seen a light pop up. All right, let's change the mode here. Let's display. 23 Celsius. Mode. AC. The fan came on. Speed. All right, so the display button is just does that. Temperature. Oh, I heard the compressor outside kick on. I don't know what temperature Celsius stuff is. I gotta see if there's a way to let's go outside and check the compressor, see if it's vibrating off the stand or something. It's blowing out cold air. Okay, that's a good sign. Let me see if I can get myself up here. Let's go outside. Just use the energizing device. That was quick. Just popped in and popped out. That's the way I like it. Uh, Big problem. This unit hardly makes any noise at all. I'm not sure. Maybe we should check it out. One way you check to make sure that it's working, there should be condensation coming out the condensation tube. Nothing yet. Also, it should have heat blowing out the side. Heat is blowing out the side. This unit is working. So the heat blowing out is the heat from inside. And when we were inside, it was blowing out. So it probably just doesn't have enough moisture on it yet. So I'll button all this stuff up, clean it up, get it all going. It's finished. That's a thumbs up. This is a one-day job for a lot of people. So, little review. So I went ahead and put the kit's little surround thing on there, but I got the PVC pipe through. That seals it up, the cavity up. And then we siliconed it really good. I heard the compressor cut back, or maybe that was my other one, I don't know. All the hoses are together and they look neat. They're all wrapped. The unit that I bought from Goodman doesn't do that. They were actually pretty, you can see how they were. That unit is working good. It's been working good now for 2 years. I gotta clean up around it. All right, this unit just cut off, so it brought the temperature down into the room. This is supposed to be extremely efficient. I don't know how many SEER it is, but this is a 1-ton unit. I'm thinking my installation is fairly neat. I'm going to tidy up the electrical wires and stuff and button it up really sharp and clean. Get all my stuff put away. I got to get all this trash picked up too. That was all the stuff from underneath the crawl space that I had to crawl up on top of. Bit probably by 4 or 5 spiders. Nice. So here's the back side of the installation. Remember, all I used was some ABS or PVC plastic shelving for the hold the thing up. Probably later on I'll do something better. But as for now, man, she looks good. That's a finished product right there. All right, that's going to be it for this episode of Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. Installing the cheapest eBay mini split that they got, and a little review on the quotes and not the quotes, but the reviews that I looked it up. And some of these guys been running these things for 2 or 3 years. It just kicked on. Not bad. Not bad. It's quiet. It's real quiet. Um, the review said these things have been running for 2 or 3 years with no problems. I do want to say this: when you're looking on YouTube and stuff like that for these guys that are do-it-yourselfers putting it in, they did not. Some of these guys did not run a vacuum, and they opened those things up. Will the system work? Yes, it will. Will it damage the system? Yes, it will. Let me say that again. If you do not vacuum the lines out, you're prematurely killing the unit. And I'll tell you why. Because the moisture that is in the lines, when I first ran the vacuum and it came out, the vacuum lines were putting out a mist. That was the moisture coming out the lines. I let that pump run for almost a couple hours on there. Some people say 30 minutes. Look, I ain't taking no chances. I'm getting all the vacuum out. We got it down to 300 microns. After the pump started heating up, I kind of lost some microns. But I'm sure if I was to draw it down again, it would go right down to 300 microns. That means it's sealed, it's tight. If it doesn't, I'll do it again. I got jars of Freon in the shed with the Black Widow spiders. I don't care. You got to run a vacuum on it. You have to. It's important because those little air molecules will turn into water vapors. And the water vapors, when it hits the cold side of the lines, turns into ice crystals. And the ice crystals tears up your pump. And not only that, it makes an acid. The water vapors in the oil as it's going through the system and pumping makes an acid between the ice crystals and the acid. It's going to eat your compressor pump up. Yes, it will. It's going to last a long time. I'm going to do a review on this a year from now, or whenever it breaks down, and to see how good it lasted. We're going to build a little shelf over top of it, giving it airspace. The unit is designed to be up in the air, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This is the thumbs up. They seem to be awesome units, a good do-it-yourselfer. The only thing you'll have to do is run a vacuum. And like I had to buy the little adapter for my vacuum thing. Wasn't a big deal. I bought the vacuum pump and all my gauges and all that stuff when I installed the system. That system I had to solder everything. Use the silver solder and do all that. I did that all myself. I didn't make a video of it. That was before I was doing YouTube videos. And that system is running good. I ran that down to 300 microns. It held the vacuum for 48 hours, no problem. And we released the Kraken into it, good to go. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God bless each and every one of you. Hey, make sure you go back and look at some of my other videos and like and subscribe. Man, I can sure use it because I've been slacking here lately. I've been working on this old room and I haven't had time to, and sometimes the videos wouldn't have been good quality. So some people say it's better not to do them at all than put out a cruddy one. And I probably put out a few cruddy ones, but I put out some few good ones too. So go back and check them out. God bless each and every one of you.